So you're looking to get more local customers and grow your business. I love it. There's actually a bunch of great marketing things that you can do locally today to bring more customers into your business and grow. Stay tuned. I love marketing and have a true appreciation for marketing. In order to grow your business, you need to understand marketing. So I'm really happy to hear that you're trying to figure this out. A few things that I would like to go over prior to you start spending money on all these different marketing ideas that I'm going to share with you in this video is I want you to make sure that your website looks good and is modern and up to date. Really be honest with yourself here. Look at that website, ask some other people, get some thoughts. But before you start spending money on your marketing, your website really has become your new storefront today. So if you're going to do anything and that website's not up to par, you're probably just going to be wasting dollars. On top of that, what you don't realize is before people come into your business, they're looking at your website. Along with your website, you want to make sure that you have all of your social media set up and you've got some cool images and pictures and things that are going on in your business there. People prior to coming into your business, they're searching or finding you either on social media or on the web to your website. And if your social media and your website, they don't line up, they're not up to par, and they don't show all the good things that you got going on in your business, people may get this weird feeling and not want to do business with you. It sounds silly, but it's so important today. So before you spend dollars on any of this stuff, make sure that you have your website and your social media in check. Another important thing before I get started is what is the value of your customer? What is the immediate value if you drive someone into your business and they complete a transaction or a sale? What's that immediate value? How much money do you make immediately? But more importantly, what's the long-term value of that customer? If you're a local retail business and you're looking to bring in new customers that become long-term customers, it's really important that you do this so you get a really good understanding of your ROI, but it'll help you make better marketing decisions. And I'll explain what I mean by that by this next idea for marketing locally. One of the first ideas to market locally is trying and utilizing Groupon. You know, you may have heard of Groupon, you may not understand what it is. Groupon is just a way that you can put out a number of offers to drive people into your business. Why I mentioned that it's so important to understand the lifetime value of your customer is you may be able to utilize Groupon to get new people in, but that first time they come into your business, you may just break even or even be a little bit negative. But if you're looking to gain long-term customers and repeat customers that are come back into your business, if you could understand what the value of a customer is, then you just want to drive new people in and you want to ensure that when those new customers come into your business, you deliver a great experience. If you do your job and deliver a great experience and now you've just created a repeat customer, you have to look past that initial ROI and the long-term ROI may be awesome. So maybe look at your business in a little bit of a different way. And is it just that you need to drive people in to at least give them and show them the experience and all the great things that you do in your business and give them reasons to come back? The second thing is pay-per-click. You might be saying, well, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Don't worry, I'm going to share a link that can help with all this stuff. So pay-per-click is something that you can utilize to advertise on Google. Anytime you do a search in Google, those 3 to 5 ads that come up at the top, those are paid advertisements. That's why I said it's super important to make sure your website's in check. So when someone clicks on that link, they're going to land on your website. You want to make sure your website looks good and gets the message and point across so you can get that customer to come in and do business with you. The third is if you're a local business, a service provider, a contract, you have to check out, you need to be on Angie's list. You have to look at HomeAdvisor, and there's a few others that are like it now. I can't tell you how important this is. Your customers are looking on Angie's list and HomeAdvisor's. What's important when you sign up for these is when you complete a job or a service, you want to make sure that your customers are writing reviews on Angie's List or HomeAdvisor. People are looking at those reviews. It's super, super important. Think about this. When you're on Amazon today purchasing something that costs 10 or 20 bucks, you're making your decision on reviews. So I don't know what your product or service is, but if it's expensive and if people need to trust you, especially if you're doing service on their home or their car or anything else that's important, then they're going to judge you by your reviews. So it's really important that you put focus on those reviews. I'm sure that you know that you do good business, but if I'm a customer and I don't know you, the only way I can tell is by your reviews. So which leads me to the fourth thing is reviews. You really need to work on your reviews, your Google reviews, your Trustpilot reviews, Consumer Affairs. There's all these different review platforms. You need to get on them. You need to get your customers to start leaving you reviews. You need to get your Google set up. It's so important. Your customers, I know if you're trying to market and drive customers in, but if you're going to spend money in marketing and you don't have good reviews about your product or service, or your business, then people may not come in. If they can't find reviews about you, you may be the best business in town, but right now, if there's no reviews, people aren't coming into your business. The fifth thing is social media marketing. You can do ads on social media and you can market to people locally in your town. You can pick the areas. You can pick exactly who you want to target. It's definitely something that you should be considering if you're looking to drive in local people to your business. And a bonus thing that I'll give you is something that's been out for a while that a lot of people don't utilize, and that's called every door direct mail. It's actually something that you can do right through the post office. You're able to pick local routes, and I don't know if you ever realize this, but when you get your mail and there's like a giant postcard that's in there, usually there's not postage on it. That's because it was done through every door direct mail. Basically what that means is you're able to create these ginormous postcard advertisements, and instead of having to mail it and pay the postage, the post office literally gives it to the postman. They bring it in their truck and they literally put each one of those postcards in throughout their whole mail route. It's basically a way that you can pick all these local routes in your community and hit all the people that surround your business and let them know that you're there and put an advertisement on it or whatever you'd like to put on that giant postcard. It's a very inexpensive way. A lot of things are moving online and digital, but some stuff in mail actually still works. And especially if you're in a local town, it's a great way. If you're just getting started, it's a great way to tell everybody that you're here, what you do, and what maybe a new offer is. So a few things to keep in mind with marketing. It's always good to be testing and trying new things, but make sure if you're spending dollars on marketing that you're also measuring the results. It's so important, and it'll help you understand where you're getting a return on your investment, and that's where you can dump your dollars into. It's also great to test things over a little bit of a longer period of time, because one month it might be horrible and the next month it might be great. I've also found that it's good to do a number of different things and spend a little bit of money on everything. If you find that something's just clearly not working, then drop it off and put those dollars back into things that are. But again, what's great is over a long period of time and with some consistency, you may have some ups and downs, but overall, over a 3-month or a 6-month period, it wound up being profitable. I hope you got some great takeaways from this video. And remember, as I mentioned, if you're sitting here and like, wow, I really want to test and try all this stuff, and I know I need to get my website better or social media set up or better, and I just don't know what to do, check out the link below. My company, National Business Capital and Services, not only provides financing to small business owners all across the country, we also provide a number of business services, and one of those services is marketing. So click on that link below, fill out the form, speak to one of my team members. They'd be happy to walk you through the process, explain what's available, and help you get marketing to win more customers locally. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and more importantly, I love your feedback. Make sure you comment below. I wish you nothing but the best with marketing and growing your business. Take care, and we'll talk soon.